where do you see crypto in 5 years?
Gosh, that's like saying, where's the technology? What's coming out of Silicon Valley in the next 5 years?
Well, you can also say, where are we?
Oh, okay, all right. Here we go. We are 1% of the world using or owning cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency has its own Moore's law. It doubles every 12 months, roughly, 12 months, few days. On the long run, the amount of people going into cryptocurrency doubles. So if you were to run this 1%, doubling each year, roughly 9 years or so, less than a decade, and half the world will be using cryptocurrency. So there's an adoption S-curve on this maybe not technology, but people putting their funds in. So this is the inflation of this little thimble of $60 billion that's going to inflate to the multi-trillion that is now a major macro asset that is an option between gold or real estate or whatever. And so that's what we're doing here. Yes, there is technology, but it's also a financial market and it's inflating. So on that stage, in 5 years we'll have had our next run up and we'll be over $1 trillion in capitalization. It means that Bitcoin is no longer, and crypto assets is no longer a swear word between people who wear suits and ties. You will see large hedge funds and institutional money in it. The vocabulary around the news around crypto assets will be not about drug money or money laundering, because respectable institutions are now in it. As far as the technology, I can't answer that. The technology is disruptive, it's unpredictable, but it's going to, we're going to see a lot of things explode.
Yeah. We are going to see a lot of things explode. Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe for our daily videos, keeping you informed on everything going on with Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, this whole market. Where do you see cryptocurrency in 5 years? Where do you see cryptocurrency in 5 years? Let me know in the comments. I will be responding. It'll be interesting to see what everybody thinks. To put it simply, my friends, I mean, it's going to get a whole lot bigger than it is right now. I mean, that is the nature of an adoption curve like this, the nature of Moore's law and the adoption curve that he mentioned. He said 1% of the world is involved with cryptocurrency now, owns cryptocurrency. On average, we're seeing every 12 months that number double. Well, if you do the math, in 9 years, half the world will own cryptocurrency. And that doesn't surprise me because we are still very early in this game. I mean, if you take a look at the macro chart, if you take a look at the year candlesticks, we have never even been in a bear market. Bitcoin's only been around 10 years. And if you take a look at the decade candlesticks, well, this is just funny how early we are. Anyway, right now, the question is, what is Bitcoin's primary function? Because we're so early on, obviously the overall goal is for Bitcoin to be a full global money. But for right now, what is Bitcoin's primary function? Well, we're somewhere between digital collectible and store of value, which puts us probably right around here, the early majority, the bottom of the early majority. So if we're trying to be a store of value, what does that mean? Let's go back to Willy Woo. So Bitcoin's core utility is that it is a store of value. Speculation is the foundation of store of value. Think about it. If you buy into an asset, you need somebody to buy it off you later, hopefully at the same or a higher price. You've stored that value for a period of time. Yes. So fiat is a good store of value for hodling on monthly time frames. Gold and houses can act as a store of value for hodling over many years, ideally decades or more. Bitcoin is a good store of value hodling for periods of 4 years or more right now. Hopefully that will improve even greater in the long run. Even altcoins can act as a store of value in weekly to monthly time frames, but only during bull markets. However, the many have not proven they are capable of storing value over complete bull-bear cycles yet. That's true. But let's get into some news. Let's think about where this industry is going as a whole. Let's think about everybody who is dipping their toes in. So we've talked about all these big companies. Today I want to talk about Samsung. Now, it's not Samsung's phones. I want to talk about Samsung betting on Bitcoin mining. Did you read this story? Samsung has revealed that it is designing and manufacturing chips for Bitcoin mining. At the M20 conference in China, Charles Song, the general manager for Samsung Foundries China, revealed that the company has been designing and manufacturing 3nm and 5nm chips for Bitcoin mining. What, is Samsung in on the Ponzi? Think about it. Here are the details. According to the internal documents from the company, Samsung has been fabricating these chips since Q1 of 2018. Samsung publicly announced its strategic partnership with MicroBT, the third largest designer of Bitcoin ASICs, behind Bitmain and behind Can, or however you pronounce that, at the conference. Despite its lagging position behind the two dominant companies, MicroBT is known for the performance and power efficiency of its chip design, according to sources in the industry. So this news shouldn't come as a surprise because Samsung is the second largest semiconductor company in the world by revenue, right behind Intel. And of course, we already knew that Samsung was leading the charge for cryptocurrency when we found out in February that Samsung announced that its new Galaxy S10 smartphone would include support for storing cryptocurrency private keys, cold storage on their phone, specifically for Ethereum, ERC20 tokens, and other ETH-based collectibles. Now, it wasn't every Galaxy S10, I believe. It was only Galaxy S10s in certain regions, but it is clear based on the fact that they're going to bet on Bitcoin mining and they're integrating into their phones that they are betting on Bitcoin, they're betting in cryptocurrency. Think about where this future is heading in 5 years. Hodl. Now, besides that, check out this statistic. Site traffic to Binance and Coinbase has hit new 2019 highs in May, just last month. So Binance gets 1.7 million visits per day, which is up 16% this month. Coinbase gets 1.14 million visits per day, which is up 23% this month. Now, what's weird is no other cryptocurrency exchange gets more than 500,000 visits per day, which is still significant, but the fact that the two most user-friendly, retail-oriented cryptocurrency sites are getting record high traffic, that says something. That's a good fundamental indicator. Now, if we take a look at the current price of Bitcoin, we will see that we still are pretty much consolidating where we have been. Right now, we're just under $8,000. Personally, I am still expecting in the coming months that we correct lower. Maybe we go higher too. The fact is, I already have my core position I took out right around here. When we dip lower, if we dip lower, I am looking forward to buying the dip, which if you look back on previous bull markets, this is the entirety of the previous bull market, you could see that if you would have bought the dip on many occasions, you would be up, and it might have been a great investment. Now, anything else today, guys? Is there anything else that we want to talk about? Let's take a look at CoinMarketCap. Right now, Ethereum is $250, XRP 41 cents, Litecoin 116. If you haven't checked out our video just yesterday, everything you'd want to know about Litecoin and their upcoming halving, how many Litecoins should you own, check out that video. But it seems in the past couple of months, this whole cryptocurrency space has woken up. This is exciting times. That's it for me today, my friends. This is Aaron at Altcoin Daily. Feel free to follow us on our YouTube or check out our Twitter, where we post plenty of great tweets. For instance, can you still afford one Bitcoin? Well, the question is, can you afford not to own one Bitcoin? What else? Me, when Bitcoin breaks 10,000 again. When will that be? Let us know. Oh, this happened the other day. Bitcoin taking a little bit of a tumble. Oh, poor puppy. What else? What else have we got? Well, you saw this. This is Steve Jobs' speech. Might as well have been talking about Bitcoin. You probably watched that video. Okay. 2018 haters saying Bitcoin is dead. Well, this is me in 2019. Anyway, guys, you get the picture. Plenty more news and analysis in the coming weeks as we move forward. This is going to be a great year. I'll see you tomorrow.
And there's a thing called Lindy effect. Lindy effect is that if something has a history that people are parking their money in, it's more likely that it's going to last longer than the other thing, you know. So Bitcoin has almost a 10-year Lindy effect. It's 10 years. It's January of this year that was the 10-year anniversary.